People don't understand when we are in power, the battles we gotta fight that you will never know about. Never. To keep a show on the air, there are things that we have to do that people will tell us, if you want to stay on the air, this is what you got to do. And we got to weigh the options. And sometimes we make bad decisions and we look up and we go, in hindsight, maybe I should not have done it. I've been up all night watching Netflix's documentary about Tyra Banks and America's Next Top Model. When I tell you I was hooked, I understand why people are mad. I do understand. But I also say, you have to understand the time that this all happened was in 2003. Reality TV was the wild, wild west back then. Every show was trying to outdo each other to stay on the air. We had people that were eating rats on Survivor. We had people getting in a vat of spiders on Fear Factor. Simon Cowell was telling people they sucked to their faces. I cannot forget that Tyra that was a young black woman trying to make it in the reality TV game. Like now we have a plethora of TV shows. We're not naive to what goes on behind the scenes in reality shows today. So we're trying to compare a time today that we know a lot to a time when there was nothing like this show on the air. We're not taking into account the battles that this black woman had to fight just to stay on the air for other people to come on the air. In the documentary, they said no network wanted to pick up the show except UPN. Everybody said no. As a woman who has pitched a bunch of shows and tried to get her own talk show, I understand that. Let me tell you something. I bet you if Heidi Klum had shopped the show around and every model looked like Gigi Hadid, it'd have been picked up immediately. Immediately. There's a lot of stuff that we did not know back then that would not have happened if this show aired now. People are blaming Tyra for allowing them to cut a black woman's hair wrong. I remember that when they cut the girls from New York and she was bald and they cut it, she had bald patches. We didn't have the sensitivities behind the scenes back then that we do now. Nowadays, if you have a black talent, they make sure to get black stylists. That's what we had to fight for to get. What people don't understand is the battles that this woman probably had to fight just to keep it inclusive. She came to them saying, I want a diverse cast. I want black women. I want Latin women. I want plus size women. And everybody said no because the industry standard looked like one thing. So she couldn't protect everybody, nor did she own the show. Now, and I'm not saying that the show didn't do terrible things because it did. But I just want to think about it in the context of which it happened. And also, there was another thing. There was no social media back then to hold people accountable. Social media is good and it's bad. But what social media does is it advocates for people. If there had been, because like Shandy said, nobody gave me a cell phone. Shandy was off because she had slept with somebody other than her boyfriend, was in a jacuzzi with other men. They would have, now, if that show was on, they would have had an intimacy coach. They would have had psychologists and therapists on the show to help these girls. Back then, they didn't know about any of that. So that's what I'm saying. It was a different time, and there were battles that she was fighting, because you always think about the long game. I want this show to stay on the air. I want more black women to come on. I want more plus-size women. You remember Isis? When Isis came on the show, Isis was trans, I believe. She would not have made it on season 1. They would not have let her be on that show. You remember Winnie Harlow? Mama, you know I know you. I'm passionate about what I'm saying. Winnie Harlow is an amazing woman with vitiligo. Back then, in the first season, she probably would not have made it. But what we know now, we love the trans community. We accept our skin now. But back then, when I tell you the battles, people don't understand. When we are in power, the battles we gotta fight that you will never know about. Never. To keep a show on the air, there are things that we have to do that people will tell us, if you want to stay on the air, this is what you got to do. And we got to weigh the options. And sometimes we make bad decisions and we look up and we go, in hindsight, Maybe I should not have done it, but I just want to open the door and give a platform to people who look like me.
Tearfully defends Tyra Banks after NTM documentary. Yes, hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. One thing, don't hesitate to subscribe, tap on the post notification bell for more updates to come. And in today's video, Sherri gets emotional and breaks out in tears as she reacts to Netflix documentary on Tyra Banks and NTM. So we go to the comment section to see what people are literally saying about this. One comes in to say every enlightenment perspective, and I'm saying I love Sherri, but she is very performative at times. Another also saying this is why we need Wendy back on TV. And I'm saying preach. And I'm saying we love Tyra, but she was wrong. And I'm saying Sherri is right. You catch judges need to chill. Another also saying boo. Another saying I watched this on a mute, but she definitely deflected because she lost her show. Prayers. So what do you think about this and how people are reacting towards this video of Sherri? So comment, like, share, and also subscribe. Bye bye.